Good morning if you're on the West Coast, or good morning if you're on Central Time. Good afternoon for those like Fish Tank Hank. If you're on the East Coast, how y'all doing? You're watching Fids Talk today on the Fids Talk Sports Network. I'm your host, Bobby Melendez, and that right there is the one and only Fish Tank Hank. How you doing, Hank?
I'm doing great. Today is going to be a nice day. I went to Magic Kingdom yesterday, and the reason why I went to Magic Kingdom yesterday was because it was a magical weekend when Miami won. So I had to do something for that. And you know what? We got Sunday coming up, which means they're going to pull off some more magic possibly, but we'll talk about that.
That's right. Did you get to wish upon a star and hope Miami goes 2-0 to start the season?
Well, definitely.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got it. You almost got okay. All right. Well, first off, everyone who's tuning in, whether you're watching on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, thank you all for coming on. Evan, I see you, brother. Steve, as always, and everyone else, hit that like and subscribe button. We are growing here on the channel. If you do, you could possibly win a jersey. We get up to 500. We've talked about that. We'll probably bring it up a little bit later. But what are we talking about today? Well, it's the eve of a Dolphin game. Tomorrow, the Miami Dolphins travel. Well, they've already traveled, but they will go to Baltimore and face the Baltimore Ravens, who did win last week as well. They go against Lamar Jackson, who Dolphin fans know because that name's rolling around. But the Dolphins won last week. They beat the New England Patriots 20-7. Hank, you were on the bandwagon last week. You gave your thoughts on that win. You were there live. It was a huge, big atmosphere. Defense came out big. It's a defensive game. The offense did score, not as many points as people would like. This game, after watching that one, we won't go into that game too much because we did both, me on multiple occasions, obviously, but both gave our thoughts on that game. Coming into this game after watching – go ahead.
And my wife and I both got our tattoos because I'm answering Ralph's room. We both – good to see you from New York again, Ralph. And I'll tell you what. Yes, we got tattoos. We did what we said we were going to do. After our first win, we were going to get tattoos. I got mine slightly before, and my wife now has her tattoo. So we definitely worked those in. And I'm getting another one on the 22nd.
So let me ask this, and we'll go back to the question. If the Dolphins win, every time the Dolphins win, are you guys going to get a tattoo?
No, I can't have that many tattoos.
Okay.
I can't afford like 20 tattoos.
Oh, all right. Oh, I see what you're doing. All right. So, Ralph, thank you for tuning in. All right. So, after watching, we'll just start it that way. Okay. After watching Miami's performance against New England, Miami did win. Defense, offensive line on paper, or when you read the Pro Football Focus, etc., so did decent. Okay, despite some injuries to Terron Armstead, Austin Jackson, defense looked great. They got better as the game progressed, but they did their job. Offense was not as flashy as some people hoped, but they got the job done. After watching that game last week, are you still confident? Obviously, we're going to get to the prediction at the end. We'll talk about score prediction because we both predicted a win here, I believe. Or no, did you predict the loss? Forgive me.
No.
You had a win, right?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, man. Evan, follow up. All right, so either way, how confident are you, honestly, that Miami could pull a win out against Baltimore, who's definitely a tougher opponent than New England?
Okay. You think they're tougher than New England?
Yes.
All right, I'll give you that. They have a better quarterback, that's for sure. I don't think their secondary's all that. Don't they have some people missing?
They do. Yes. They do.
Yes,
Humphreys
they do.
is out. Yeah.
And
follow up on
Miami's
defense.
They've studied tape on Miami's defense. That's great. Did they have an answer for it? No. They're not going to have an answer for it again either because they're going to load the box because Miami's going to trust their cornerbacks and safeties. So they're going to load the box and pressure Jackson all day.
All right. So, yeah, I think I had it predicted as a Miami win. Evan, what I was saying was, if you usually keep us on track, just to follow up on Hank's prediction. I thought it was a win-win, but I may be wrong because I remember Hank was, I think, well, that Buffalo was changed to a win. That used to be a tie. Just to follow up on the Baltimore thing because he didn't remember. But anyway,
you
doesn't
know why
matter.
I changed my tie? You know why I changed my tie? I changed my tie because simply the Miami Dolphins are going to stomp the hell out of the Bills come next week. That's why I changed it. Now they're going to stomp them by at least 3 points.
Evan, yeah, Evan. You said you want to keep it positive and not go to negative. So don't put no crap on the comments there, because we know what Herbert is. We don't know what Tua is yet, so don't go there.
We don't care about Herbert. He's
not
on the team.
Let's not bring it up there because you're going to make it into a negative thing, and we're not trying to. It's positive.
He's not on the team, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We're worried about Tua, so grow up, Evan. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's start right away, though. We'll get more into the Ravens game as we go on here, but let's start with the big news with the Dolphins injuries.
Yes.
Austin Jackson, our right tackle, who was doing well as it started. We were concerned in the preseason, and obviously because of what he did the year before, but came back lean, mean, lost some weight, was very athletic, started the game, but he's out, and he's going to be out for 4 weeks. Terran Armstead was out during the game, came out a few series, came back in, but he's been listed as questionable, even though he came back to practice. So first, we know for sure Austin Jackson is out. We don't know Terran Armstead. Let's just say if Jackson is out and Armstead, how concerned should Miami fans and Dolphins should be with this offensive line?
I'd be very concerned, but at the same time, there are things that are going to make up for the bad offensive line that didn't before, like wide receivers getting separation. Being able to throw that ball in anticipation that Hill is going to beat his defender. They would have to load up the box and leave somebody free every time. So whether it's a quick slant or whatever, that's the way Miami's offense should come out firing. Do some quick shots, maybe some play action a little bit because they're going to be all over that. But I don't know. I think Miami can do it.
For sure. No, and you know what? Obviously, if Armstead and Jackson go down, then it's going to, you have the weapons to make up for that. Then it falls really on your quarterback and your weapons. Can Tua get the ball out fast enough to make up for that bad offensive line or the weakened offensive line? That's when it comes down to that. If Terran Armstead is playing, then I'm still confident that the offensive line could continue its growth without Jackson, because I don't think I'm forgetting his name right now. Greg Little did that bad when he did play. I didn't see too much given up.
No,
and Williams,
because right tackle was a problem anyway. So
exactly, and
you're not going to see that much given up by Little because Jackson wasn't playing all that great to begin with.
Yeah,
but to me, if you got your right tackle, your left tackle, the two bookends, and they're gone, you're going to have some problems. I don't care what team you are.
Yeah, Steve's very concerned, and we should be, right? Because it's the offensive line. We've had issues with them since, well, Hank would say 20 years. For me, I'll just stay with the last year. That was the big issue. That's the big issue with seeing people saying they want to see more out of our quarterback. We need to see more from the offensive line in order to protect the quarterback, to see what we got in him and all this whatnot. So it is a concern. I absolutely agree with you. I will say, though, when you look at, despite, what you're seeing, what it says on and I did see growth. I did see a better offensive line. There was a time I called out the offensive line and someone told me, someone who's actually very pro Tua, said, no, that was on Tua, one of those potential sacks or those sacks, that he held the ball too long. So there was some growth with the offensive line. And then when you go back and you look at Pro Football Focus, the offensive line was ranked pretty good. Connor Williams, one of the best offensive linemen last week, ranked as a center, which, whoa, here we were talking left guard. He was the 11th best offensive guard. Center, a lot of people were pissed off about. I know Brett, my co-host on Overtime, he was concerned. Williams did. I know Evan was concerned. There was a high snap to start the game, but after that, it was full roll. I mean, he was down the field making blocks. So we'll see what happens. But I'll tell you this: despite the offensive line being a concern, I'm not worried about this game. My score is still the same. What's up, Hammer Time? So let me go ahead here and make sure this is perfect. All right, so let me put this there. Oh, there he is. All right. Now, the Ravens. Last week, the Dolphins were favored by 3.5, I believe, against the New England Patriots. This week, the Ravens are favored against Miami. Of course. Now, my question for you is, how can you convince those who are favoring the Ravens that Miami should be favored? Why are they wrong?
They're wrong. They're wrong. Start with Miami secondary. They can
without
play.
Byron Jones.
Yeah, that's all
look
right.
what they did last week without Byron Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
Exactly.
Brandon
That's
Jones.
what I'm trying to say. You got Miami's defenders, the cornerbacks, the safeties, the deep guys, the guys that cover the wide receivers. Okay? They are going to cover one-on-one. And like I said, you're going to load the box up. Once you load the box up on Jackson and you go zero blitz, he's not going to know what to do with himself because he's not going to get out of that. So that's one reason. The second reason is Baltimore's defensive backs. The same exact reason I said Miami's going to be better. Baltimore's going to be worse because the guys on their side that cover our wide receivers aren't going to be able to cover them. They have people out. Humphreys is one of them. So there's a lot going on. What's up, Cap? And the third reason, the final reason is because everybody always underestimates Miami Dolphins. That's why. And Armstead will be there. And our quarterback, Tua, will be able to pass the ball. Definitely. He's going to get his time. He's going to make it happen. There's going to be a lot of short passes coming up, in my opinion. But the yak is going to be off the charts. I believe Miami's going to win this one at 23-17. I don't know what I said before, but that's what I think.
All right. Well, there you go. You sped it up. All right. So for me, I think you're absolutely right. First off, and Anthony, thank you for tuning in. Cat for life. How you doing, brother? I will say is that right now their secondary is beat. Humphreys is out. I think someone else is out as well. Miami secondary, even with one of their star corners and Byron Jones is out, Miami secondary looked damn pretty good last week. I said I don't want to get too much into last week, but I mean, Xavier Howard looked like Xavier Howard. I mean, I know it's not much to write home about shutting down Devontae Parker, but he did. And then causing that interception that Javon Holland took back. And then plus Brandon Jones. Everybody talks about Javon Holland. Everybody talks about Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. Not much people bring up Brandon Jones. Some do. My co-host for one. But Brandon Jones, holy hell. That dude looks like a linebacker. He played linebacker. He played safety. He played corner. He rushed the quarterback. Caused the fumble, which – Melvin Ingram, our new linebacker, recovered and scored a touchdown. It was awesome. And
loved it.
So for me, I think Anthony's right. They are favored because they're at home. That's a fair point. That's fair. But I think Miami's defense can hold Baltimore's offense better than vice versa. I know another one, Justin from Digging in the Trenches will say stacking bricks. And obviously if you're, the quarterback position, people would probably lean Lamar right now over Tua, running back. It kind of, you go back. But Miami's weapons, Baltimore's weapons. Miami secondary, their secondary. Miami, I think, is a little above that. And coaching is different. You got Baltimore's coaching over Miami until proven otherwise. But you can see the writing on the wall. So I think Miami should actually be favored. I actually had them winning. I think 3 points would be a fair favor for Miami, not the other way around. So Hank, you said you got them winning 24. What was it again?
23-17.
23-17. Okay. So what are your keys to secure a Miami Dolphins victories? What are your keys to the game? Give me 3.
I just gave you 3.
Give me 3 more. Give me 3 keys to the game.
Oh, 3 keys to the game. 1 key will be Tua has got to play at his best to be able to beat this Baltimore team. Okay? He is going to have to come out and play his game, not their game. The second part of it is the defense has got to stop the run. You've got to stop the run. Miami was able to pass protect before, but they got to be able to make holes for the running game too. Not just pass protect. They've got to make some holes, and I think they're going to come out and they're going to test a few things with their run game because it didn't go anywhere against the Patriots. So we'll see how that goes. Those are my 3 keys.
All right. So here are my 3 keys right here. Obviously, for defense-wise, force Lamar to be a one-dimensional quarterback. Do not allow him out of the pocket to scramble. Don't let him run. Force him to pass. Make them pay for it. Do what you did with Mac and rattle the quarterback. Force him to make him run dimensional. Second, again, this is going to be a common theme this season. Protect the quarterback. Our quarterback, I'm talking about offensive line. Protect him from defenders. Protect him from himself. You know, sometimes people say he holds the ball a little long. That's what I mean by protect him from himself. Stay moving. Don't stop. Don't allow a defender to run past you. Don't allow mistakes to happen. My third key to the game, take advantage of your weapons against that battered secondary. You have Tyreek Hill. You've got Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson. We don't know. Izakama did not start last week. He did not play. But you have those weapons with Gesicki, who only had 1 reception. Take advantage of your weapons with that battered secondary. There is no reason why Miami should lose this football game. Yes, you could say their quarterback. Yes, you could say their coach. Yes, you could say their organization. But on paper, there is no reason why Miami should lose this football game.
Whoa.
I had them winning
You're
either way.
Mr. Positive today, huh?
Oh, well, I already had Miami winning, but there is no reason why. You know, if you want to go, I don't want to take away from Justin, but it's true the way he presents it when you talk about brick for brick or matchup to matchup. You know, yes, okay, Lamar, Tua. You know, we're going to be realistic there. Okay, you know, your running game. The running game needs to step up. The running game needs to be better. I don't want to hear no more about it's a smoke screen. They need to build on that. And obviously, Mike McDaniel has said, he said this week, Miami, until proven otherwise, is a defensive team. That is key. That's because the offense has not gotten gelled up yet. The offense hasn't, which is crazy to think with an offseason and a preseason, but it makes sense. And we're going to trust our new coach. But right now, and it's true, especially with the defensive way, the way that defense has played, the way that we have these star players, this is a defensive team till proven otherwise. It should be offense, but it's a defensive team, and that's okay. Defense wins championships, people. Remember that. So,
well, just remember they were already a defensive team to begin with based on what they did at the last end of the, last part of last year at eight games. So, yeah. I mean, they were definitely a defensive team. We knew that. The whole defense came back again, which helps us out.
Yeah.
So, how often does that happen where you get all your players back?
Absolutely. No,
so
absolutely.
Rare nowadays.
So those are my 3 keys right there. Force Lamar to be one-dimensional. Protect your quarterback from the defense and himself. Do not make mistakes. And God almighty, I forgot the 3rd key, but you already heard him. So anyway, that's it. So let's do this, Hank. Easy might be activated. I would hope so.
I hope so.
Steve has it, 2017 Miami. Hammer time. I forgive you, Evan. Sing the Miami Dolphins theme song. I would assume that's as penance because Evan was trying to bring negativity to Fitz Talk today. In an all right world, too, it has to be a killer. No room for errors. All right, Hank. So 23-17 is your prediction of the game.
Yes,
My prediction for this football game is going to stay the same just because it's a wait and see for me. We saw what we saw last week. It was about the same. I had Miami winning 24-17 against the Patriots. It's actually 20-7. So very low scoring game. So not too far off of that. I predict it will probably be the same because Baltimore's a damn tough football team. Miami equally as tough, I think, on defense. My prediction will stay the same. I keep it low score. I say 17-14 Miami wins by a field goal. I hope that the 2 touchdowns are Miami offense touchdowns, even though I'm okay with defensive touchdowns. Give me all the touchdowns in the world. I love seeing defensive touchdowns. I love defense. Watching Miami score last week was amazing from the defensive side. And, of course, seeing an offensive score is even better.
Yeah, I did say the defense was going to score.
You did say that.
I didn't think we were going to get any field goals, but we got 2 field goals instead of my 2 touchdowns. So
that's right. No, and that's okay. That's okay. Hey, a win's a win. That's
a win's a
like
win.
To say. Doesn't matter what prediction. Doesn't matter. You were way low or vice versa. A win's a win. We predicted a win. We were right. We predict another win for the Dolphins tomorrow. Tomorrow for the Dolphins versus Baltimore. And just to say this very quick. Hey, and we'll get into some talk, guys. So you got questions, you got comments, start putting them down below as I make these final talk points. And then me and Hank will start to answer them as we got a few more minutes left on Fid's Talk today. We both have wins. So first off, Hank, brother, we got a lot going on today for the channel. We have at 2 p.m. Eastern, we got Digging in the Trenches with Justin. He'll be going against what we discussed, again, bricks, key matchups for the Dolphins versus Baltimore. He'll also have former Wyoming wide receiver Aiden Eberhardt, who used to play with Josh Allen, Buffalo quarterback. He'll be on the show to talk football, talk about his journey. So that's going to be a fun game. That's going to be a fun show at 2 p.m. Eastern. Then at 4, if you're in Baltimore watching this show, then we have Bottoms Up, Fins Up at 4 o'clock, live on location from, and forgive me, I'll tell you right now where they are. It will be Mike, the Hebrew Hammer Brown, and he has asked me to join him, and I will from here. I'll be there in spirit. Obviously, I'm not in Baltimore. He'll be at Checker Spot Brewing Company in Baltimore doing his show live on location for Bottoms Up, Fins Up. It's going to be great. He's going to have Dolphin fans there. There's some giveaways, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're in Baltimore, go there. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, smash that like and subscribe button. And, of course, overtime tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. So it's a lot. We got some shows going here, Hank. Of course, I'll be busy.
I only saw one prediction from these folks out here today, and that was from Steve. What do you guys think the score is going to be?
Absolutely. Hey, we got people watching on YouTube. We got a lot of people
some answers
Twitter.
Here.
Put your comments below. What do you think, Miami? If you don't comment, I'm going to assume you think Miami's losing. That's on you. And if you're watching on Twitter and Facebook, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Anybody where you're watching, we thank you watching Fid's Talk.
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
But do yourself a favor.
Come on, tell us what the score is going to be, folks.
Go to YouTube right now. Go to YouTube. Smash that like and subscribe button. Why? Not only because of great Dolphins content, as I explained, but Hank, the reason why as well people should like and subscribe is because we got the giveaway going on. The FinStyle Sports Network, once we get over 500 subscribers, you have a chance to win either a Jalen Waddle or Javon Holland jersey, your choice. Once we get over 500, I'll pick a random winner to win one of these jerseys. So give yourself a shot and, share it with your friends. Tell them, hey, just support the network, subscribe, so you have a better chance of winning. So let's get into some of the comments here. And let's see. So Evan says he might be suspended. That's because Evan was trying to bring negativity. The running game, though, Hank, are you concerned with the running game at all as we wait for any comments to come through?
No, I'm not concerned with the running game. I'm concerned with the offensive line making holes for the running game.
Do you think it was more of that than the running game itself?
Yes.
Okay.
That in the running game wasn't, nothing spectacular. I mean, they didn't go off the chains on them or anything. I mean, you saw it. How do you think they did? I didn't think they did very well at all.
Who, the offensive line?
Yeah.
No, I think
not as far as the run game. They did all right with pass protect, but I'm talking strictly the run game.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I think Chase Edmonds, he had, was it 25 yards with some amount of carries? I mean, it wasn't impressive. 65 yards total offense in regards of rushing attack, and I predict this rushing attack to be more improved than what they were last year. I just think that's overall offense. I think until the offense gives you until the offense gives you another reason why to believe that that teams should fear the running game, I think that.
All right, Cap.
There you go, 23-14. I like it. Dolphins.
That was
Cap
close
for
to
life.
mine, 23-17.
Evan, what's your prediction, Evan? Steve, hammer time. Anthony, let's get him. But I think until
Steve already gave you his 20-17.
Oh, all right, calm down. All right, hey, my bad. That's right. So we got 2 wins.
I got to protect those people out there. I'm their voice against your negativity.
Oh, here we go. There ain't no negativity. I call it real. Ain't no negativity. And then let's see. Oh, Hank, I got to show you this. Let me tell you something, because you and I are not bad with our predictions overall. I think. I wish you had participated in the network pick'em, but we have a network pick'em going on, guys, and I'm going to show you why you should always trust me and why I'm always right. Let me go ahead and pop this up in here, Raver. This was last week, week 1, overall NFL, right here. Look where I'm at. Number 1, 10-5. Look at Evan, 8-7.
Yeah, you know why you're number 1? Because I'm not on that list. That's the only reason you're not. Notice that you didn't include me in this week 1 pick'em thing.
Oh man, I
know why, because I would have blown your doors off. That's
why. Yeah, okay. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you didn't. I'm 10-5. So, and I say Dolphins won last week, and I was closer to the score. Usually, I'm right. I was close enough, and I'm gonna pick them again, win, and then next week's a whole different story. We'll get into that, but I think we're pretty much good, guys. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Hammer Time has it 23-14. He's with Cap. Liam is our weak link on offensive line. He is. And if he starts at left tackle or he comes in at left tackle, if Taryn goes down, it's a whole different story. And that's something to be concerned with, because then it falls on the quarterback. And can we trust the quarterback to make smart decisions with the football at that point?
Yes.
Last week, there were a lot of near mistakes at that point when he was pressured. Hold on there, Hank. So I'm going to get to you to finish it up.
Well, I'm answering your questions as you go.
Here comes the positive part and the negative, if you want to call it that. But I agree with you, Steve, and that's when I'm concerned. If Liam is at left tackle, Greg at right tackle, people will say, oh, offensive line. But there were a lot of instances last week where you saw near mistakes, and they weren't mistakes because it didn't go down, which is great. But you can't have those near mistakes in teams against Baltimore, Buffalo, or Cincinnati. They will take advantage that New England did not. So I hope it's not the case, but I enjoy that. I appreciate that. I like that Miami won that football game despite that. So let's hope it continues that way. Let's hope that Taron Armstead starts. Let's hope that Greg Little does well, and let's hope that Tua gets the ball quick enough and protects the football. That's key. Steve, right. Evan, Cap for Life, Hammer Time. Thank you all, everyone. Anthony, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook for tuning in. We appreciate you. Hank, give me your final words.
My final words are, we're going to win. Jackson's going to get crunched a bit, and Miami's going to pull off the win. Tua's going to come through on this game. Irregardless of who the linemen are, he's going to bring it home for us.
Awesome. All right. Well, there you guys go.
And Bobby for not putting me in that pick thing just so that you could win. That was dirty dealings.
Oh, Lord almighty. I asked you. You said you weren't interested. All right. That's neither here nor there.
I said I didn't want to be in fantasy because I don't like to root against my team in any way.
You're fine.
I'm being honest. That's why I don't play fantasy.
I know. You did. That's true. You said that. I know that. You said that. That's true. Pie in the pudding.
But as far as the weekly picks, you left me high and dry. So next time, shoot me an email and I'll give you my picks too.
You got it. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button. We will see you again, obviously, next Saturday. Hank will see you on Tuesday at the Fins Bandwagon with Evan Posner. I will see you later today at 2, 4, and 8. And of course, so we'll see you more. Take it easy. Fins up. See you in a couple hours. Fins up, everybody.